Happy Monday, everybody. I'm Sally with Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works, your Monday blogger. It is Monday, April 11th, I think, and here is the question for today. Do you have any do not eat foods? If so, what are they and why do you avoid them? It's a good question. Again, let me just remind you all that I'm in maintenance. I'm just trying to get that glare out a little bit for you guys. Anyway, I'm in maintenance, have been for about 7 months. And so it's a little different for me now. I want to try to live a normal life as much as possible. And normal for me is not what normal would have been before. I don't do fast food. I still don't do fast food. I mean, I would really rather not ever have to eat fast food. So that's sort of a don't that's going to carry on because I don't think there's any quality nutrition to be had in fast food restaurants generally. I mean, if I was desperate and starving and had to eat something with my family, I could find something. I could eat, God forbid, a baked potato or a bowl of chili or, nothing that I would normally choose like a potato. But anyway, I try not to say everything is available. I like to think everything is possible. And so I could make a choice that wouldn't seem like to be the best thing to stay thin, but I might make it once in a great, great while. I might have a very small taste of it. I tend to be a rebellious by nature, so I don't want anybody to tell me I cannot do something, or this is the way you must do it, or I will be the first one trying to wiggle out. Um, Having said that, I maintained just fine. Now, when I was trying to lose weight, oh yes, there were things I wouldn't touch. I wouldn't eat white bread, white flour. I wouldn't eat carbs, chips, cookies. I mean, I really don't eat that now either, but I eat very little of it. I tried to stay, of course, the first 3 months, I was afraid to eat anything for fear it might freak out my body. Then the next 6 months you're like hardcore trying to lose everything you can, so you're not gonna. I did not mess with things. To me, everything was off limits if it wasn't getting me to my goal. Didn't matter what it was, but I didn't have a specific. But I didn't eat bread, bagels, pasta, anything like that for 6 months. But that was me because I wanted to make sure I was doing protein and green veg and a little fruit. Um, and liquids. So I would say margaritas, high cocktail calories were off limits to me during the time I was losing weight. On occasion now, I will have a little something, but I'm always better to go with a glass of red wine because you know the calorie count in that, and it's not like sugar and artificial stuff's been added to it in some kind of a mix. It's just a plain glass of red wine. And even then, a glass is 4 ounces. I mean, it's not a lot of wine. So, why would I not eat certain things? Well, I think everybody should know by this point that if you have a carb issue, eating simple, unrefined carbohydrates it makes you fat. It releases the carb monster in you to make you crave sweets. If I eat something starchy, uh, without balanced protein, I don't do a lot of starchy anyway, but simple carbohydrates, starchy, would send me into a feeding frenzy for sweets. That's whenever I get up and I finished eating and I think, what, there's something sweet. That used to be the way I used to be. I have to eat to avoid the desire for sweets. That doesn't mean I don't have sweets. I do. But I have them in my sane mind, in my right mind. I don't have them in a craving, crazy mode. The other thing about carbs is they make you retain water. You don't want to retain water, so they were off limits to me for that too. Um, Also, carbs are off limits. Bad carbs, unbalanced, unchecked bad carbs, even oatmeal. To some degree, I limit or are off limits to me because they also throw me into a kind of a late stage dumping, a hypoglycemic hypoglycemia episode an hour or so later. Um, so I try to avoid things that are going to set my blood sugars off kilter or make them race up or make them race down, or I like my blood sugar to just be even. And to have even blood sugar, you choose not to eat certain things in certain ways at certain times. That's pretty much all I have to share, but I certainly don't eat junk food. I don't eat white food, white rice, grits. There are plenty of substitutes I have found that you can have for things. It's not necessary to eat crap. There's always something you can have instead. Instead of pasta, I will make zucchini ribbons with a peeler and just have sauce on that. Instead of grits, I have quinoa grits. Wonderful thing. Instead of rice, there's multiple healthy, hearty grains, but and then again, I have them in small portions, and protein is the first order of my day. Every day, it may not be like everybody else's protein, but still, I get in my protein. I don't eat diet yogurts that are full of strange things. If I have a choice, I always would choose Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, nothing in it, with a little of my own sweet added to. Anything I can do to avoid junk or artificial stuff, I try to do. That's it. I hope that helps. Remember, I'm on maintenance, so I don't want to think anything's off limits to me, but I do choose what I do not want to have, and I choose what I do want to have. And that's the way you gotta live your life. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.